Good evening. I'll give the room a second to come to order, please. Unless there's an objection, I call this regularly scheduled Dunwoody City Council meeting on January 8th, 2024 at 6:05 to order. Seeing no objection, the meeting is called to order. Councilman Lambert, can you lead us in the invocation and the pledge, please?
At this meeting, help us to make decisions which keep us faithful to our mission and reflect our values. Give us strength to hold to our purpose, wisdom to guide us, and a keen perception to lead us. And above all, keep us charitable as we deliberate. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Everybody can come on in. If before we do the swearing in, I'll take a second to recognize elected officials that I have seen. If I've missed you, just stand up and raise your hand. I can't get it down. Oh, there, she got it down. Thank you. Use my muscles. Representative Panatch from Sandy Springs has joined us. Esther, let's give her a welcome, a Dunwoody welcome. It's very nice to see you. And then Doraville City Councilwoman Steffi Kuntz and Doraville City Council person Gerald Evans, our neighbors. Lots of good things happening in Doraville. Thank you for being here. Did I miss anybody? I don't think so. All right. So Judge Heydrich is here. She's an elected official too, but she's here tonight to swear us in, and a Dunwoody resident.
Yes, a Dunwoody High School graduate, 1985.
There you go. Lots of Dunwoody ties. Go Wildcats is right. And I will come down.
Ready? Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Lynn Deutsch,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
solemnly swear or affirm
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of Mayor of the City of Dunwoody
the office of Mayor of the City of Dunwoody
and will, to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability
support and defend
the
Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of Georgia,
the Constitution of Georgia,
and the Charter, ordinances, and regulations
and the Charter, ordinances, and regulations
of the City of Dunwoody.
Dunwoody.
I am not the holder
I am not the holder
of any unaccounted for public money
any unaccounted for public money
due this state
due the state
or any political subdivision or authority thereof.
any political subdivision or authority thereof.
I am not the holder of any office
I am not the holder of any office
of trust under the government of the United States,
of trust under the government of the United States,
any other state,
or
or any foreign state,
any foreign state,
which I, by the laws of the state of Georgia,
which I, by the laws of the state of Georgia,
am prohibited from holding. I am otherwise qualified to hold said office according to the Constitution and laws of Georgia.
according to the Constitution and laws of Georgia.
I've been a resident of my district
I've been a resident of my district
and the city of Dunwoody
the city of Dunwoody
for the time required by the Constitution
for the time required by the Constitution
and laws of this state
laws of this state
and by the municipal charter.
our municipal charter.
I will perform the duties of my office
I will perform the duties of my office
in the best interest of the city of Dunwoody,
in the best interest of the city of Dunwoody
to the best of my
to
ability,
the best of my ability,
without fear, favor, affection,
without fear, favor, affection,
reward, or expectation thereof.
or expectation thereof.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Now we have the honor of swearing in Councilman Hennigan, Seconder, and Harris.
Okay, can you each please raise your right hands and repeat after me? I state your name.
I, Stacey Harris,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of City Council Person, okay, of the City of Dunwoody,
of the city of Dunwoody,
and will to the best of my ability
specify the
support and defend
support and defend
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of Georgia,
the Constitution of Georgia,
and the charter, ordinances, and regulations
and the charter ordinances and regulations
of the City of Dunwoody.
of the city of Dunwoody.
I am not the holder
I am not the holder
of any unaccounted for public money
of any account of the money
due this state
to this city
or any political subdivision
or any public
or authority thereof.
thereof.
I am not the holder of any office
I am not the holder of any office
of trust under the government of the United States,
of trust under the government of the United States,
any other state,
any other state,
or any foreign state,
or any foreign state,
which I,
I,
by the laws of the state of Georgia,
by the laws of the state of Georgia,
am prohibited from holding. I am otherwise qualified
otherwise qualified
to hold said office
to hold said office
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and the laws of Georgia.
and the laws of
I've been a resident of my district
the resident of my district,
and the City of Dunwoody
the city of Dunwoody,
for the time required
required
by the Constitution and laws
by the Constitution and laws
of this state and by the municipal charter.
of this state and the municipal charter.
I will perform the duties
I will perform the duties
of my office
of my office
in the best interest of the City of Dunwoody,
in the best interest of the city of Dunwoody,
to the best of my ability,
best of my ability,
without fear, favor, affection,
without fear, favor, or affection,
reward, or expectation thereof.
reward, or expectation thereof.
Congratulations. My pleasure. Congrats.
Deputy Chief Carlson, you're on next. Oh.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, Mayor and Council, and congratulations to the four of you on re-election and swearing in this evening. Looking forward to working with all of you for many years to come. So on behalf of Chief Brogan and myself, I'd like to present to us our newest hire. His name is Demario Tinsley. He joins us from Arcadis, where he worked as a field technician since September of 2018. Prior to that, he worked as a police officer for the City of Marietta Police Department from 2017 to 2018. Demario has also held previous positions in local government, utilities, automotive sales, and recreation. Demario joined our team on December 27th, 2023, and we are very excited to have him.
Welcome. Oh, that's loud. Okay. New technology. Thank you for joining us. If you could raise your right hand, please. On my honor, I do solemnly swear and affirm that
Do solemnly swear and affirm that
I will support and defend the Constitution
support and defend the Constitution
of the United States of America,
of the States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Georgia,
the Constitution of the State of Georgia,
and the charter and ordinances of the city of Dunwoody, Georgia.
and the charter and ordinances of the city of Dunwoody, Georgia.
I am not the holder of any unaccounted for public money
I am not the holder of any unaccounted for public money
due to the state
due to the state
or any political subdivision
or any political subdivision.
or authority thereof. I am not the holder of any office of trust under the government of the United States, any other state, or any foreign state which I am,
Or any foreign state which I am,
by the laws of the state of Georgia,
state of Georgia,
prohibited from holding.
prohibited
I am otherwise qualified to hold the office of a peace officer
office of peace officer
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and laws of the state of Georgia.
and laws of the state of Georgia.
I will faithfully follow the legal rules, regulations, policies,
The legal rules, regulation, policies,
and procedures of the Dunwoody Police Department
and procedures of the Dunwoody Police Department,
and the city of Dunwoody, Georgia.
city of Dunwoody.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Officer Tinsley, we are so very pleased to welcome you to Dunwoody. All these people here tonight, the most important thing they just saw was you taking your oath of office. We are incredibly grateful that you have chosen to serve our community along with your fantastic colleagues. They're in the department. We are a community that values and embraces our police officers. Please let any of us up here know if there's anything we can do for you. And again, thank you so much for choosing Dunwoody and welcome. We set, Jennifer? Yes, okay. All right, now it's time for public comment. Each speaker will have 3 minutes, up to 30 minutes total. We also have a public comment section at the end of the meeting. And first up is Joe Bell. Mr. Bell.
Yes.
I'm gonna start my timer.
Okay.
Yes, my name is Joe Bell. I'm a property owner in the Adams Park. That's PARC
Mhm.
subdivision located at the intersection of Wallace Lane and Happy Hollow Road. I'm here to alert you for the third time of severe land erosion on my property caused by improper stormwater discharged of a failed water quality basin. My initial request called for Mr. Michael Smith to witness the severe land erosion to match the video I sent him and all city officials. This has not happened. This stormwater issue not only negatively impacts my property, but potentially all of the homes in Adams Park from 2511 Wallace Lane through 2533 Wallace Lane. My phone number is 678-457-297-2917 if you want more details or can help me to resolve this 5-year battle with the Adams Park HOA board. I want to give an update on this matter since my comments to the Dunwoody City Council on November 27th and December the 11th. First of all, thank you for the many phone calls I have received on this issue. And thank you so much to the Dunwoody Crier and reporter, Mr. Sumlin, for publishing my plight in your newspaper, December 15th. My regret is that I did not do this years ago instead of suffering alone. I remain a firm believer in the power of the pen. I am scheduled to meet with my representative, Mr. Hennigan, on January the 12th. Let me explain why I'm meeting with Mr. Hennigan. Michael Smith sent me an email on January the 2nd that was in response to my December 11th request to have a statement from the city of Dunwoody. Mr. Smith's email did not meet my requirements, and I replied to all, including Madam Mayor, who was out of town, Mr. Hennigan, Mr. Lambert, and others. Mr. Hennigan responded immediately. You see during the holiday weekend, I spent my time reading the Dunwoody stormwater policies. I spent my Christmas holiday reading that. I discovered the power of stormwater management rests exclusively with Madam Mayor and the city council. That's it. You know, Dr. King told the government when blacks were being, mistreated, that he told them, he held the Constitution in front of them, and he said, do what you say on paper. This magnificent document, just execute what you said, what you wrote down. And that's what I'm asking the city council and the mayor to do. I've read the stormwater policy.
Thank you, Mr. Bell.
Please execute, please do what you said on paper. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm struggling to read the next speaker, James Huffam. Thank you. I see that, Huffam, thank you. When you get up here, just introduce yourself and you'll have 3 minutes, sir.
I'm James Huffam. My wife and I live in Dunwoody. And congratulations on being reelected. You deserve it. And thanks to all the people in Dunwoody who make this town so great. I've been retired for a while, but when I was working, I lived 40 years. My wife and I was stationed here, but my work took me to Washington, New York, Seattle, Portland, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. I saw these towns as great towns. I saw them become magnificent towns. I saw them become world-class towns. But halfway into my retirement, I began to see these towns decay. And you can reach the TV and realize why it did. It's all due to the homeless, the vagrancy. And I know you cannot know that the same things, the early things that I saw in these towns, I'm beginning to see in Dunwoody. And that just breaks my heart and my wife's heart. And if anybody wants to know, well, it's not really, just meet me at this door any day. I'll be glad to take you in any direction and show you. But the real reason I'm here is to represent a person. She can't come tonight. She can't come because she's sitting on a park bench, a Dunwoody park bench at gate number 1, construction at High Street. She's been sitting there since September of 2022, not 2023, September of 2022. 16 months of weather, snow, sleet, ice. She never moves. She never moves off the park bench. She never even changes directions. She's always looking south. People, my wife and I, and many thankful others take her food. We have exhausted everything we know to do to get this lady into some type of humane shelter. We understand the sheltering and all that. But those of us that have been helping her are convinced that if you're this mentally challenged, it's really an institution that's only going to help. My conclusion right now is, I can't understand how anybody in this room can leave and go to your warm car and go to your warm home. And for me, I'm going home to a roaring wood fire and my dog's going to be asleep by the fire. And for 17 months, we have left a human being in this weather. That's human cruelty. That's not humane, it's cruelty. So I ask anybody who has any authority, can do anything, this person needs help. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Oh, and I'm sorry,
No.
here, she couldn't be here. So these pictures are for everyone. My wife and I made them Christmas Day, whole day, and she had food, thanks to a lot of people in Dunwoody. Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Is Jay here? I can't see. Will you go make contact, please? Thank you. Judy Carlson. Mr. Huffman, one of our staff members is going to come and get your contact information, please.
Hi,
You'll- Thank you, Judy. You'll have 3 minutes.
sorry, thank you. I'm Judy Carlson. I'm the director of Malachi Storehouse, a food pantry in Dunwoody, and I'm also a Dunwoody resident. And we are working hard to address food insecurity in Dunwoody. And I just wanted to say just a hearty thank you to the Dunwoody City Council and to the staff for the enormous amount of support that you've given to Malachi Storehouse over the past few years. We've been receiving the ARP grant funding since its inception, and it has made a remarkable difference in the work that we're able to do. Pre-pandemic, we were serving between 125 and 150 families a week. And our 2023 numbers are just hot off the presses. And just from 2022 to 2023, we experienced a 65% increase in the numbers of families we were able to serve. And it's fantastic, but it's also not, because we know that means that there's a great need. And we couldn't continue to do the work that we're doing at Malachi Storehouse without your support. And we really, really, just from the bottom of my heart, appreciate the work that you've done for us. We distributed 715,000 pounds of food in 2023. I mean, just imagine how much food that is. Like it's just so much food. And we're partnering with Jack and Jill of Dunwoody with the Super Bowl of Caring, and that goes through the 12th of January. So if anybody's interested, there's an Amazon link on the City of Dunwoody website. So it's still open to contribute to that through the 12th. So again, thank you very much from Malachi Storehouse and St. Patrick's Church.
Thank you. That concludes public comment. We'll have another report at another session at the end of the meeting, should anyone like one. Mr. Litton, you are up with your monthly presentation, please.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mayor. And congratulations again to everybody. Look forward to continue to work with the city council. And we have a great group of people to work with and staff as well. So under parks, are y'all getting some feedback? Okay. Under parks, we have the farmers market opens for the season on January the 13th. Let me see. Or let me try Ken's. Whoops.
Oh, that might be worse.
Hello. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'll
better.
step back a little bit. How about that? Okay, so on January the 13th, we have the Dunwoody Farmers Market is opening for the season. Also on Monday, January the 15th is our Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service. We have on February 16th is the Georgia Arbor Day planting. And then Lemonade Days is just around the corner, April 17th through the 21st. We did have the our Leaf Park and Rec Guide for the winter and spring for 24 has been released. So pick up a copy of that when you have time or look at it online. Also, from last December, we did have the Letters to Santa and the Holiday Letters to Seniors program. Saw a combined total of over 300 letters sent and received during the multi-week program. So that was a successful operation for us. Also, Public Works, the Georgetown Gateway, the contractor did complete the curb and storm drains for the median island near Cotillion Drive. Other concrete work included 92 feet of curb and 180 feet of sidewalk and path, and the driveway apron along that section of road. We do have the along Ashford Dunwoody, our new path project. The demolition is complete and construction is expected to begin this month on that path project. It runs in front of the mall. Also, we have for the year, the city has rehabilitated over 7,000 feet of stormwater pipe. And this was new this time. And this is something in response to some of the comments we got on this program, whereas the city completed a pilot project on Coldstream Drive and Heatherdale Drive, demonstrating a newer technology for curing the stormwater pipe liners using ultraviolet light rather than steam. And we're just trying to get that process done in the least offensive way we can to reline those old pipes. Under community development, the work at High Street is moving towards completion. The developer is planning on opening the 2 apartment buildings to the public, which is intended for March or April of this year. So at the end of the first quarter, those will open. Also, the campus 244 is progressing, and that's anticipated to be complete in the first half of 2024. Here again, I mentioned those because those are big investments from the private side in our perimeter area right along Hammond Drive. Economic development, we're partnering with the Dunwoody Perimeter Chamber to host a quarterly business association meeting on working on an annual work plan to activate the Dunwoody Village throughout the year. So that's going to continue to go. And here again, it's another area of investment within our city. Communications and marketing, our next council meeting will be on January the 22nd, and we're partnering with the Dunwoody High School. We'll be on the road for that council meeting, and we'll also be working with the Dunwoody High School Youth City Council. That's January 22nd. And I want to be sure the public understands that we will be over at the high school for that meeting. So we will not be here at City Hall. Also, the winter issue of the Dunwoody Digest hit the mailboxes in late December. Atlanta Magazine featured Dunwoody in a section on the central perimeter. And there's actually an insert of that within the report. We also did the created and shared D-News, and we have the different links in there for those articles. All this information, of course, is available to the public as well. And I encourage the citizens to read this when they have time. Under IT, information technology, the city of Dunwoody was named a top 10 digital city. So here again, we do try to excel within each of our departments. In the police report, one thing I want to point out this time, so it's a lengthy report for y'all to read when you have a minute. The one thing that we're seeing, it's not unique to Dunwoody, but just in general, and I'm just mentioning it, just so everybody knows, and everybody's probably faced some of this somewhere along the way for drivers, but there is an increased incident in road rage. You'll notice that throughout the report, and that's just in Dunwoody, but it's a issue throughout the metro area. Also, I did highlight some areas in here with our Raven alert system. That's the gunshot detection system. And just since that's a new technology that we have embraced, I wanted y'all to see that as well. Of course, an older technology that's still very advanced that we've kept is a large part of our work within the city is our license plate readers to alert for wanted people. And we did have another hit on that. And those cameras are throughout the city, and it's an excellent way to track people down and that are wanted. And our officers use that technology very effectively. And for the and just so the public knows, that's a system that's integrated throughout all the cities and the counties in the metro area. It is a nationwide system, but not everybody has the advantage of having that right now. One of the larger incidences that the city police were part of was a big shoplifting ring that was brought under control in December, targeting high-end jewelry stores, and we were part of the program with the FBI to capture those folks. Under finance is working with the IT department to wrap up the information technology internal audit. Additionally, the final internal audit for the year has started, and that will come before the audit committee soon. And one of the things we do, of course, is our P-card auditing, and that's done on a regular basis. Business license renewal packets were complete and were all mailed in the first week of January. And those are, if you haven't received it now, you will be receiving that very shortly. We also did install glass at the front window at the reception area on the second floor of the building. That was a breach of our security, so we did add that glass just to stop somebody from, coming over the counter into the back area of the departments. Municipal court, the department disposed of over 468 cases, with only 21 cases having to be reset, and we did add 3 new bailiffs to the roster for that department for a courtroom. But Mayor and Council, that concludes my report. I'm glad to answer any questions y'all may have.
Anybody have questions? Joe?
Hey, Eric, thanks. I would, as far as the public works, could we consider adding into the upcoming, take a look at what we have for our CIP projects forecasted? I know we've got the Tilly Mill, Mount Vernon coming online. the punch list for Womack, Chamblee, Dunwoody, maybe some street trees. It'd be just kind of looking at that, because we're in a new year now. We got the new CIP. That'd be great, but thank you. I really love the idea. I just thank you for the staff, the Economic Development, Dunwoody Village, the quarterly meeting, engaging and so on, of make that happen. So, thank you very much.
John, did you? No, okay. I had one question way back at the beginning, sorry. So the quote for the shade structures at Two Bridges Park, was it above your spend? Like, as if it's going to take 5 months to order, if we ordered them tomorrow, it will be summer.
That's right. Yes, that was, let me double check on the price. I don't have that price in front of me,
Okay,
but if we can do it within the spend authority, we'll move that quicker.
right.
But I believe that was a multi-bid or, multi-vendor bid, I believe.
Okay, so can we have it on the agenda
Yes,
in
we can
2
move that
weeks
up.
so we can
Absolutely.
move on it?
We can move that
So
up.
that we can get it done? All
Sure.
right. And so in fact, unless council objects, we can go, I know we usually discuss it as a discussion item, but just put it either as a business item, please. And then if we have problems, we can always defer. Yeah, is everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else? Thank you, Eric.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Next is the consent agenda with just the minutes on it. Anybody have any feedback? Go ahead, John.
Move to approve.
Moved by Councilman
Second.
Hennigan, seconded by Councilman Lambert. All in any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, that passes unanimously. All right, now the only business item we have tonight is the election of the mayor pro tem. Oh, yeah, discussion. I open the floor for nominations.
I nominate Councilman Lambert.
Councilman
I
Lambert,
second that.
second by Joe. Is that how this works? I haven't done it in a really long time. In 4 years? No, 2 years. All right. So, any other nominations from the floor? Okay. I see none. I will then call the question. All in favor of Councilman Lambert serving the next 2 years as mayor pro tem, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, that passes unanimously. Congratulations, Councilman Lambert. All right, next up is Deputy Chief Carlson, I believe, to talk about the 5-year contract.
Good evening again, Mayor, City Council. As the city manager was talking about earlier, is the Flock LPR systems, license plate readers that we have. They have been a valuable asset, not only in us fighting crime, using it on a daily basis and stopping the criminals as they're entering our city. It has just been an outstanding resource. As with all technology that we see every year that we try to budget for, it increases. So our Flock LPRs, so for the Falcons, as of the first, they were going to increase 2,500 to 3,000, and the Flex LPR from 3,000 to 3,500. We spoke with Flock, and they were willing to come up with an agreement. It was a 5-year contract to keep the cost of the LPRs where they are now for the next 5 years. Now, I understand we cannot enter a 5-year agreement with a non-governmental agency. So that is the only thing that is missing from this contract. And I'm going to have to go back to Flock to get that in there so we can get out after a year, or we give 30 days or whatnot. So that is what is missing in this contract, and we will speak with Flock about that. But for budgetary purposes, it'll make it a lot easier if we can keep these cameras at that cost, and it'll save us a lot of money in the long run.
So is it the new cost or the old cost? So the rate is going up?
Yes. it's
Are we
going-
getting the new rate for 5 years or the previous rate, the current rate? Okay,
Current rate,
awesome.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, awesome. That's good. Yeah. I think with working with legal, you can put this on consent unless does anybody have questions? My only question is what happens with Flock as technology evolves? Do they update at their expense, at our expense, or do we think 5 years from now, the technology we have is going to be stable and fine?
Well, with them, we are seeing an increase in what their capabilities are. We're
With
about
the
to-
existing equipment?
Yes, with the
Okay.
existing equipment.
Okay.
And we're actually looking at additional, they're about to train and evaluate us on a new system that we're gonna bring here into the city. And they're very forward-thinking, good company. So yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Joe.
So, yeah, I'm glad that Mayor Deutsch mentioned that this is the current rates. We're locking in what we're currently paying in 2023 for another 5 years.
Yes, sir.
Because I read the staff memo, they increased, and then I was expecting to see a bigger. That's good to know. And then the terms, we're not gonna have a break in service because we've got to vote on this in 2 weeks. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, that's what I wanted to make sure of.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And everybody was okay with consent? Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. City manager comments.
Yes, Mayor, just as a reminder, we do have a facilities authority meeting at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And that's for the naming of the community room at the Sproul Center. And then also it has a contract revision for the Chattahoochee hand weavers on there.
Sorry for the early hour, but we will manage. I skipped public comments. Sharon, do y'all have any more cards? Anybody public comments? Thank you. And then council comments. Anybody? Sign up for Martin Luther King Day, Day of Service, which is a week from today. And then also I want to take a second to thank my family and the family of everyone who sits up here. This is a big drain on time. And we are grateful. I can speak for all of us. We're grateful for their support. And also a big thank you to our staff, our police department, and our team at City Hall for managing the day-to-day operations of the city of Dunwoody. You help us get through what we need to get through, and you make us look good. And so we appreciate that. We're very grateful. We're looking forward to the next few years. We know great things are going to happen in Dunwoody. We're very excited of what's coming. And I will also note that we are aware of the challenges we are facing with individuals that are unhoused or homeless. And we actually have a meeting with the county next week. And so we continue to work on this very multi-layered problem. And so if anyone wants to help, you can let us know. All right, with that, I need a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
I need John, but yeah. Moved by Rob. I need a second. Second by Tom. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Stand adjourned. Thank you all for coming.